Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week, Halo Campaign Evolved came out, and this was a game I was really looking forward to. So, Halo as a franchise is one of the first gaming franchises I ever really got into, and Combat Evolved is one of my top games of all time. The original version of the game is so much fun to play, even now holds up incredibly well in terms of story and gameplay. So I was excited to see how this would go with this new remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it. Now, obviously, I've played the other versions of Combat Evolved as well, so over the years, we've had a few different modernized takes on it, from all the way on the original Xbox up to the 360, up to the Xbox One with the Master Chief Collection. We've had a lot of different versions of the game. Campaign wise, yeah. I mean, it's still the story in the campaign we all know and love. So the missions, the level design, all still good. The cutscenes have been given a new kind of bit of polish to them and made to look a bit more, again, modern. And for the most part in the campaign, these cutscenes are pretty effective and pretty well done. The control scheme's been given an overhaul. It controls now more like your typical first-person shooter these days, like a Call of Duty or a Battlefield. They've added new missions, some bonus missions that you can do once you finish the campaign, which are just there as prequels to sort of fill in the gaps and give you a bit more of an understanding of what Sergeant Johnson and Master Chief were up to in the events leading up to the original Halo. Now, if you're familiar with the books and the comics, you'll already know a little bit about what the characters were doing before the events of the first game. These bonus missions are interesting. They're basically sort of like extended sort of waves of survival mode, You basically go into a new room, fight waves of enemies, move on to the next one with a little bit of story dropped in between. The cutscenes for these are noticeably lower quality than the cutscenes in the main campaign, which is a little bit disappointing. These bonus missions do also raise a few questions about the lore, because at some points they seem to slightly contradict what we've already known from the previous games and from the books and the comics. And at other points, they don't really go much in depth with the character interactions. For example, there's some parts that should be sort of more dramatic, Spartans meeting ODSTs and other Marines, which if you're familiar with the books, or if you've seen things like Halo Forward Unto Dawn, Halo, particularly Halo Legends actually, where there's a whole short story dedicated to the tension between ODSTs and Spartans, and then, for example, the Fall of Reach novelization and short film, we see that tension between the ODSTs and the Spartans as well. That's not really, it's sort of vaguely hinted at, but never really gone into, which, again, a little bit disappointing. It's something that you think would be quite a major part of this new storyline that they're adding in. I still don't understand why there's no multiplayer. Obviously, you've got the co-op campaign, which is good, but no traditional Halo multiplayer makes no sense to me. When I think of Halo, I think of, one, exciting campaigns, but two, really engaging multiplayer modes where you can battle your friends, you can take part in these fun events, and we've got none of that in this, Being able to play the co-op campaign is brilliant, and I've had a lot of fun with that, but I'd still like to be able to then go and have PvP matches against my friends, which is completely gone, which is a shame, because when you think about how iconic the first Halo was for that, it's a bit of a missed opportunity. Is it worth playing? Yes, it's worth playing. I'd say if you've got Game Pass, play it on that. If you're a Halo veteran, there's not a lot with the new content. There's not a lot there, If you're experienced with the game and you're going for a couple of playthroughs of the campaign, you're probably going to get it done in 8 hours max. But if you want to do a full completionist run, I'm currently working on another playthrough going through and collecting all of the collectibles, then you're looking at closer to 20 hours probably. And if you're doing it on harder difficulties, obviously the time will increase as well. I think by the time I've finished all the collectibles, and then went for the collectibles and the bonus missions, I should be closer to about between 15 to 20 hours of gameplay. Reminds me a lot of Gears of War Reloaded last year. This idea of taking a sort of a major franchise for the Xbox and bringing it to new consoles, new platforms, and a new audience. But the difference is, Gears Reloaded gave us everything that was in the game. It gave us the campaign, it gave us the multiplayer modes, it gave us the fun little tie-in comics to unlock as well with the collectibles. And in comparison, it feels like there's less content in this. But I'd be interested to know what other people think. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's still Combat Evolved, it's still a fantastic game. But at some points, it feels like a missed opportunity, and at other points, it feels like we're starting to get sort of the idea of a modernised Halo, but with some of it left behind. What do you think of the game? Did you enjoy it? What could have been done better?